first speaker epitomizes action. She's known around the world as a supermodel and as a super humanitarian. And that's Petra Nemcova, who is founder of Happy Hearts Fund and involved with the United Nations and with disaster relief all over the world. So Petra, it's just a joy to have you here.
Thank you, Professor Sachs. It's a true honor on my side. And dear Excellencies, ladies and gentlemen, Ambassador Kapambwe, Mr. Nambiar, Ms. Bokova, Mr. Shah, Mr. Hari, Mr. Moore, Mr. Rich, and Ambassador Jean. True honor to be here and to learn from you. Today, you have brought together an extraordinary group of people to share, to learn, to connect, and to act. You have brought the attention of the world to issues affecting the lives and futures of 68 million children who are not receiving primary education. You have brought to light the unbearable facts and multiple challenges of achieving education for all. Challenges such as natural disasters, epidemics, wars, social conflicts, economic crises, food shortages, child trafficking, sexual violence, and other social problems partner with each other, multiplying their devastating effects on vulnerable children and communities, reaching with long tentacles into the future, eventually touching and affecting us all. Most of all, you have brought ideas, hopes, examples, and inspiration that together, using our collective best ideas and focused energies, we will succeed. To many inspiring examples we have heard about today, I would like to add the words of a child, a sixth grader in Indonesia, who wrote a letter to us as he practiced English language and computer skills. Dear Happy Hearts, let me introduce myself. My name is Afrida. I'm in class 6 of Shirapro Primary School. I want to share my story about the earthquake of May 26 in 2006. After the earthquake, I feel so sad. My friends died because of the disaster. I also feel sad because my house was broken. Now I'm not sad anymore. I feel so glad because my school becomes a good school. My school has complete facilities. It can help the students to study effectively. Now at school I learn my favorite subject, computer science. It's so fun to use computers with my classmates. The computers and internet help me to know information quickly. In the future, I want to be a doctor because health is so important. I also want to help the earthquake victims, especially in my village. I want to progress my village in order to make them prosperous. This is one letter amongst many with great passion, great vision. I'm so happy to be here and learn from this extraordinary group and join this important discussion. I want to start by telling you why this issue means so much to me, why I spend my time helping children in disaster-affected areas, and why I don't ever want to stop doing so. It's because I have seen firsthand what have we talked about today, written on the faces of children. I've seen it around the world, not just in Thailand after the 2004 tsunami, not just in Indonesia after the earthquake of 2006 and 2009, not just in Mexico after the 2007 floods, but also in Peru, Sri Lanka, Haiti, Chile, and other countries where entire regions were devastated. What I have seen is consistent. After a tremendous, often extraordinary first response to natural disasters, attention and resources are directed onto other critical issues, while children are left in a gap, sometimes for years, sometimes missing the single opportunity of their lifetime to receive an education. I have learned so much from the challenges faced by children and families of natural disasters, learning from and with them. I began to understand that there are also opportunities during these times of crisis, inspiring and hopeful opportunities for the kind of actions and innovations that we heard about during the amazing first discussion strand earlier today. Working with children, families and communities after natural disasters has taught us how critically important and powerful humanitarian aid can be when it restores schools and education as a way of rebuilding the lives of children, their families and their communities. Yet we know that only 2% of humanitarian aid is currently directed to restoring educational opportunities. By rebuilding schools and providing educational enrichment, Happy Hearts Fund immediately began to see changes, an average increase of 39% in enrollment rates amongst both girls and boys at our schools, community flourishing around the rebuilt schools, students eager to attend schools and to engage in learning literacy, computer and technology skills. Parents becoming involved in schools' activities and their children's progress. We see the growth of many wonderful projects on a community level, such as cultural and arts performances, growth of community gardens, recycling projects, and many others. And there's a single reason why there have been so many successes with Happy Hearts Fund efforts: partnerships, which we have heard about a lot today. Our partnerships now include UN agencies and programs, corporations, universities, government agencies and departments, donors and their families, schools, children, NGOs, clubs, volunteers, and more. Thanks to the energy and creativity and experience that our partners bring, we are also addressing issues highlighted in the second strand of our discussion today, that of a high quality and practical educational programming that truly prepares children for the future. Partnering with HP has brought children an abundance of knowledge and skills in technology. Partnering with ING has, among many other things, helped the creation of businesses which focus on creating self-sustaining schools. Communities have received training, oversight, and expertise from them, and as a result, students in countries such as Peru had the experience of working in their own bakeries, learning practical skills both in baking and in business. Since we have started just over 4 years ago, Happy Hearts Fund and partners have completed 47 schools and kindergartens, with 8 currently under construction, and we have presence in 9 countries around the world. So many children are still in need. In most countries, our work needs to be multiplied by 10 or 100. And it's our hope to be able to do so through partnerships. I thank you all for answering the call to action by being here today. We all have an investment in what happens to the children of the world. Whether they will end up out of school, left out and left behind, many for their entire lifetime, without the most important tool they could ever have, an education. Or whether they will become engaged and productive, supporting themselves, their families, their communities, their country, contributing to solving the challenges that lie ahead, effective citizens, parents, employees, and empowered individuals. Each of us has a role to play in the future of the world's children. So let's take some of the important steps which we have talked about today, such a holistic approach, focus on long-term partnerships. In the curricula, let's apply soft skills. Let's provide important tools such as technology, and let's empower teachers to move technology, not otherwise. Furthermore, I invite you to invest your hearts in these issues, tapping into the expertise of those around you and bringing your own expertise and creativity to seemingly intractable problems. Problems that hold children in learning an opportunity gap and that hold hostage the hopes and dreams we all have for the future. I urge you to explore partnerships where you bring not just your financial investment, but also your time, your energy, your expertise and creativity. Only by working together, we will be able to achieve the progress that education for the world's children, our children, depends on. From the deepest place of my heart, I thank the partners that have joined Happy Hearts One as we have brought light into lives of children in our work, and I hope that others will join us and other organizations that have spread their inspiring work with us today, especially the co-organizers of this event, UNICEF, UNESCO, DESA, CECP, United Nations Office for Partnership. Thank you for the opportunity to share and learn. It's time to connect and act together and now, with the goal to give each child the most important tool they can ever have, an education.